Next on the reaction review. They're off their box. Okay, now we have thunder. Greetings fellow simmers and welcome to the reaction review with me, GripperSim. Today we're looking at the CT182 Tango Skylane by Carenado for XPLANE 11. If you're new to flight simming and thinking of getting into it, this is the very aircraft to start with. It flies fast, it flies high, it's simple, it has a Grumman 1000 and the autopilot is quite easy to use. This is out for just a week, that's all. It is VR compatible, it does have 5 HD liveries, 1 blank livery and a whole plethora of PDF files for procedures, emergency procedures, etc. GripperSim, eye candy, go! The mission today is to fly to Southampton and do an ILS. No worries, cloud base is at 2,000 feet so it'll be easy. Now we're not taking these guys. Oh god, it's Norman. Oh, I have to get rid of him. He just sits around and just won't get out. And this time he's brought his friend. Oh, what? What are they? What are they doing? What are they doing? Oh my god, they're gin. Norman likes gin. They're locked off their faces. They're on something. They're on Lula stuff. Look at his friend. Look at his. They're off their box. Do you know who Norman reminds me of? Now I know who he reminds me of.
I'm gonna shake your hand. I'm gonna shake your hand. Shake your hand. I'm gonna shake your hand. I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand. Pull me off the fucking plane. I want to shake his hand. That's all I want to do. All I want to do.
Okay, if that doesn't look like Norman, he's obviously dyed his hair since. It's a bit darker, but that's Norman. I'm going to get rid of him and call him the cops.
Parkton Police, how can I help you?
Okay, they're gone. They're not happy, but they've gone. So, our adventure. ILS. We're going to Southampton to do an ILS. The door's open. They open in flight as well. They don't do anything though in flight. I like the visors here. Very nice. Lights has an oxygen system, which is nice, you know, if you go above 12,000 feet. Let's switch everything on. Little bit of flicky, switchy. Let's have some lightage on. And yeah, a bit of lightage, very, very important. To the safety of the flight is a bit of lightage. Some more lightage, the nav lights, the beacon light on. And let's start her up. Come on. I got rid of the control column there so you could see all the switches and the sounds. There we go. There we go. Put it back on again. Close the old door, and let's rock and roll out of here, I guess. Well, first, let's program everything. Let's just switch on the avionics, and let's put in Southampton. That's EIHI. Okay, good, done. I sped it up there, of course, because, you know, it's awkward. Okay, now that is all plugged in. We've got the magenta line going, and I think we can rock and roll and fly it like we stole it. Okay, let's rock and roll, fly it like we stole it, and go nuts. Okay, you want to get a good look at that Orbex scenery because it's going to be gone in 2020. Well, maybe. Who knows? Okay, we're going to go to Southampton and do the ILS. I think the weather is going to be okay. Yeah, it's going to be fine. Let's go. And, yeah, it'll be fine. Nothing bad's going to happen. Okay, bad things are happening. The visibility is not that great. But the good news is we're on the localizer on the ILS for Southampton. We're also 6.7 nautical miles out, and we're just coming on the glide slope now, and I'm going to lower flaps when we get in the glide slope. There's no gear to worry about. So it's looking good so far. But this is going to be tricky because I'm only doing one take. I'm not. If I crash, I'm gonna post it. I don't care. All right. It's getting a little bit bumpy here. I'm putting on some lights and we're still on the ILS and it's looking okay, but it's getting bumpier and bumpier as I come down. So we've got 5.2 miles to go on the ILS. Is that thunder? Oh, brilliant. Thunder. And it's, you know, this is one take. I'm not doing this a second time. All seems well from here really at the minute, I think. I have 4.2 miles to go and I'm at 1,600 feet. I thought I'd break through by now, obviously not. Okay, now it's getting quite awkward and difficult because it's getting very much bumpier than before. I've got 3.9 miles to go to the threshold of the runway and I'm at 1,500 feet. And I'm on the localizer. So everything's fine, it's just getting a bit more difficult. Okay, now we have thunder. We have thunder. Now we're 2.1 miles out. I'm still on the localizer. But thankfully there's no real wind. It's just turbulence. It's just messy turbulence. Yeah, it's just a bit of thunder. Don't worry about it. Yes. Still can't see the ground though. Not particularly pleased. 1.6 miles now to go. And lots of noise, but no wind. I've not been blown too much off course. I'm pretty sure 600 odd feet, 640 feet, and 1.1 nautical miles from the threshold. So it's just a little bit bumpy. So everything's going to be fine, except for the thunder, of course. I don't think okay, 1.8 and 400 feet. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit nervous now, I have to say. I call this military tension. Okay, I think I see the ground. I'm going a bit fast. I'm just going to drive it in. I've got a very long runway. Not particularly procedural, I know, but it's fun, and with a bit of practice, anybody could do it. Let's have another look. If you're new to flight simming and haven't made any purchases for your XPLANE yet, this is a good start because it's simple, it has a very simple autopilot, and it has a Grumman 1000. Thanks for watching. All I want to do is
shake your hand. I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand. Pull me off the fucking plane. I want to shake his hand. That's all I want to do. All I want to do. You stupid son of a bitch.
more next week on the reaction review.